Okay. So I'm on seamless co-op mod. Separate save files, and I don't want to get banned on the servers. I kind of want to like play this with somebody else. I don't know if I want to do it solo, but well, we could. I mean, I don't mind either way. Can you skip the tutorial? Oh, you can, even the first time. Nice. Okay, let me turn on the YouTube stream.
I am the priestess. The voice you were chosen, the Nightlord, unless we and for this.
Mm-hmm. Oh my god. Wait, is this normal? Did my camera turning speed is like... I have to play on like 10 or something. It's so fucking slow by default. What the hell? Alright, should we do a doggo? I'm not sure what, I don't know what class I should play. Okay, let me see, is my YouTube stream public? Oh, no, it's not. Oopsies. I don't want to do gaping. Well, maybe we'll just do the doggo first. Do the doggo as raider. Chad, don't be weird. Why you gotta be weird? You have to do doggo first to unlock the rest. Do you? Doesn't look like I need to. Oh. I see Loretta on top of the castle. Yeah, I don't have a save file for this, so we don't have shit. We're a weak boy. How does that not? I'm so confused. Wait, why does... I don't know why I even loot this shit. All a bunch of garbage. I feel like I should just kill the enemies and then just like keep running. feel so rusty. Yeah, I'm not used to sprinting because it lies at B now. Oh, nice miss. My fucking game volume is way too loud. I can't hear shit. I'm not even trying to kill these fucking bozos. What am I doing? Oh my god, Liza P has fucked me up, man. Like I'm not doing the super sprint. I'm not fucking son of a bitch. Thoughts on relic editing? I don't know. It's kind of cringe, but well, I mean, it's fine. I don't know. Do whatever you want. I'm not trying to gauge you. Fucking dead, because he gets a guaranteed combo when he does that attack. That's what I get for going for a charge R2. Just completely fucked. I should really punch. There we go. Oh, come on, man. Are y'all fucking kidding me? This is miserable. This is so miserable. What the fuck? I should have punched through that. I just do like nothing. Holy shit, man. How many times can you spin? Come on. Alright, well, we can go to the church. That only took half an hour. Hey, we're level 5, though. good. Alright, oh, there's a holy camp here, and a church that we can grab. That's actually really good. Great horn hammer. Alright, that's good. We got an extra stone sword key as well. Does this have prayerful strike on it? Oh my goodness. Why am I even trying to... Missing with this class does not feel good. We're just a little bit off of a level. This is definitely not great. And I love how every time I look at YouTube, it's just always a horrible comment. Right? Oh, it's so much fun. Got our punch back. Oh, Prayerful Strike is so good. Look at that healing. Beautiful. There's a Star Fist. I don't really want Star Fist though. Well, this isn't too bad. We should be able to kill this Evergaol boss. I honestly, I kind of hope it's like a death bird. Oh, it's fucking boys. If I had my ult up the moment they all spawned in, I could have done a lot more damage. It's okay though. I hate fighting these guys like really early on when you just have like the starting weapon. It really sucks. Double punch, boom. Oh, wow. I don't know if I've ever seen the circle end all the way on the top right here. I probably have. I feel like it always is in the top left, not the top right. I need to go to a mine. Oh, is this the... Oh, we'll just get the... Chill, pupper. We can kill him. I cannot believe I missed better if we jump down here. Ooh, ritual shield. Holy. Oh, bro. Dead. I'm actually dead. That's so crazy. I panic rolled. I mean, whatever, we get a free res anyways, so... not like it really matters, does it? Yeah, Yasha is kind of cracked. I'm gonna get the violent stars. Level 9. Alright. Not really sure where I should go, actually. I might go run... kind of want to go to this tree over here and then go like to this mine. But I also... whatever. That's what we're gonna do. I don't know if that's the best choice. Yeah, level 9 in the first night isn't too bad. I mean, honestly, this has been like... It hasn't really been very good anyways. Could definitely be a lot higher level. I'm gonna try to upgrade this hammer though. I'm gonna go in the mine over here. Not sure if it's worth my time, but I'm doing it. Really haven't found much loot. Holy attack power. That's pretty good. Holy attack power and damage negation at full health. I will take it. I don't know, going into the mine is... It's definitely not the most... It does waste a lot of time, but a purple weapon of the specific element that you want is so valuable. Because boss weaknesses in this game are insane. They're like, you do fucking like 35% extra damage if you have the weakness of the boss. I don't know if I should try to hit this guy in the head. Is this guy weak to... Oh, you jerk. This attack is just so shitty because you can't... There's nothing you can do against it as a melee. What? Oh, goodness. Oh, dear God. Is it even worth fighting this guy? I should use my ult. Oh. Again? You've got to be fucking kidding me. Ah, it's so unlucky. Oh. It's cool, man. Very cool. Yeah, he's not staggering because he keeps fucking flying away, which resets his posture meter. Let's take the res. I mean, I'm tempted to take the two-handing damage, but not that necessary. Alright, well, I want to do this Evergaol, but we don't have a stone sword key. There is this building though. I could get a stone sword key from here. I feel like I should just go to the castle though. I think I might just go to the castle. Well, I'm gonna get this heal and then we'll go to the castle. Can upgrade this thing to purple as well. Oh yeah, we do have, I forgot we have ritual shield as well. Oh, we got a lot of running to do here. Oh, we got the Crucible Knights. Except we do holy damage with our weapon, which means killing these guys is going to be absolutely horrible. At least I think. Oh my god, the damage is horrible. This weapon even blue? Can't tell if that's blue, is it? No, it's white. This is really not that great of a run, I'm not gonna lie. I don't know, I'm like a little rusty actually. Is this thing good for Loretta? Oh my. Ouch. And the weapon art does a lot. Are you fucking... Okay. Are you serious? I was just trying to pop my frickin' golden foul foot because they give you one second to use it in this game for some reason. I find that really... I don't know why they decided to make the bosses give the runes in like half a second, but it's kind of obnoxious. Like if you have a golden foul, if you have the effect that makes your items do like the different animation, like the perfume animation, it's so slow that you actually can't get the foot off in time, which is kind of nuts in my opinion. What you got for me, buddy? Whew. Get in the habit of using it right before the final hit. Yeah, that's good. It's a good habit. I'm just gonna ult this guy. Well, I also forget to use the foot a lot. You are not alone. So close to level 15. Actually, we can still get it. Yeah, some of the consumables are buffed in Nightreign. I don't know if the foul foot duration has been buffed though. Because, for example, like fire pots have increased AoE. It's nerfed? Maybe it is nerfed, even. Does this guy do holy damage? Oh, Jesus. I like power stance these. Dude, I can never know what I can fucking power stance. What? Like, why doesn't it say the weapon type? Oh wait, it does, but only when you... Oh my... Colossal weapon, great axe, great hammer. Okay. Some very questionable design choices in this game. I like charge R2 from up top. say, I'm pretty sure he's gonna stagger.
There is no escape.
Oh, I thought I dodged too early there for sure. I'm gonna punch through it. Stop. Oh man. Raider is so good. Alright, I should probably pick up the item. Alright. The charge R2 seems really fast. Yeah, super fast. Alright, we'll buy a res. We'll buy... I mean, we could buy the bubble and just pop it ahead of time, I guess. Maybe I'll get some Starlight Shards so I can use Sacred or Prayerful Strike. Alright. Oh yeah, Chad, I read something, by the way. Apparently, if you are cursed by Libra, like you get cursed and you don't have your proper max health going into the final fight. Apparently, if you jump off the void to your death, it gets rid of the debuff. Like before you go to the door, if you just jump off a cliff and die, it'll get rid of the debuff. No, I don't think you lose anything. It's probably unintended and it'll probably be fixed, but... I don't know if this guy even has an enhanced moveset. I should have done that when they split. I guess it's okay. Yeah, come get me. I fucking dare you. Oh, that can still hit? That's bullshit. I should have ulted when there was... What the... I gotta say, this phase is kind of cringe. Solo. Like, the fact that all three get to attack you at once is just... I don't know. It's kind of dumb. I mean, it's fine. Like, you have the revives. I more so mean just from, like, a no-hit perspective. That's great. No, I don't think this fight's actually any different. Get back here, man. Yeah, this one isn't different. I couldn't remember. Let's see, did we get any good relics? Holy, so many purples. Lightning damage start. What the hell is a sovereign sigil? Yeah. Yeah, no, this isn't... Well, there's no official mods for Souls games. The only official mod for a Souls game is Elden Ring Nightreign. Alright, I think Gaping Jaw is different, so we could try that. Hey, Jingle, thank you for the 9 months. I make the game quieter? Sure. Alright. There was a tutorial about the sovereign thingy. Oh, really? I wish that the enemies would, like, group up more. Like, I want to use a fire pot on him. Yeah, it's actually insane how much stats you get from like the very first level up, going from level 1 to 2. Ooh, Golden Vow. I'll keep that for now. Oh man, that's annoying. The stone sword key is all the way up top. Wait, you can have... I think shield grease stacks like higher. Why am I playing Raider? Because he's really good. No, we only have one key. By my own fucking pillar. I like the pillar. I think it's okay, but it's a bit... Oh... I don't know where I want to go, man. I was like kind of thinking about going in the mines again. I guess I can take this tree. There's a lion there. I kind of want to kill it. It's pretty easy to kill. Oops. Oh, come on. Oh wait, that was a poison halberd. Maybe we should have... I don't know how good the poison actually is, though, for the boss anyways. It's just like actually applying status effects on a melee character kind of sucks, or on Raider specifically, sorry. Unless you have like both of the effects power stance or something. Yo, what's up, Lobos? Thanks for the 119 months, dude. Going on, man. Yeah, apparently, so modders put the enhanced boss, like, the enhanced boss move sets onto the bosses. It was, pretty crazy. Oh, it's the Misbegotten in here. Yeah, everything is like already in the game files. Oh shit. Well, not like every boss, but some of them. Give me my ult. Come on, buddy. Oh, that's not what I meant to do. Yeah, I'm actually on the seamless co-op mod right now. Because my files are like edited and I don't want to get banned from the servers. What? Why did that do like 2 damage? This is kind of a scuffed first day. This hasn't been particularly great. It's been okay, I guess. Not super happy with how it's gone, though. Not really sure where to even go now either. What? You meant to be able to get up here? There we go. Wait, this place has an invasion on it? That's kind of weird. What? Holy. I can't, man, I actually shouldn't mess around here too much because I'm gonna run out of my heals. Actually, I could kill this guy, I guess. What? The fuck? Hello? What was that? Okay. You can do it too? Well, yeah, but he did it first. So my punch should have been the one that did good damage. That's some bullshit. Oh, that kind of scared me. Double Night Cavalry, really? I'm to chase them the whole time. Oh, there we go. You get so much damage when they get knocked down, though. What, are you kidding me? What the... That's actually wild that he did that much, that he instantly hit me after the animation like that. The slow heal actually can be kind of nice. I don't know if I want to get it though. It is actually pretty good though sometimes. Oh man, do we go back to this place even? I don't know. Well, we can jump, we can Spirit Spring into it. That's good. Dude, where the fuck? Who has my ruins? Does the golem have them? Well, hello? Oh my god. These invasion camps are fucking brutal. I like how this guy still gives enough, like, the enemies don't give, for how strong they are, the ruins they give is not proportional at all. It's horrible, in fact. Where are you guys coming from? Just let me... Where are my ruins, man? Let me loot the thingy, please. Why does getting hit have to cancel it? Oh my god. Okay. Everything's fine. Oh, it's a moose. Moose. Sacred Order. Golden Bow. Yeah, well, you do a lot more damage if you hit him in the head. I'm gonna go over... Actually, I'm gonna go get that church first, I think. I think we want to get all the healing, extra healing we can get. Well, okay, you know what? I'm gonna go... We still have a lot of time. I'm gonna nuke down this boss right here. I don't know if I should have grabbed that. I don't really care. All right. Healing should work on that boss. It only works with like the heal incantation though. Doesn't do damage. That's so weird, especially that's so strange to me, especially considering the fact that in Revenant's questline you can heal the Revenant to kill it. So why would you not be able to do it? Wait a sec, where's the... I can kill this guy, he's quick to kill. We're gonna hit a full charge R2, guys. Never mind. Alright, full charge R2, baby. I mean, the second part of the charge R2 does do 3 hits in a row. It's kind of nice. Yeah, it's so slow. More flask restoration. Sheesh. Alright, we need to go to the castle, like, stat. I don't even know if I should have killed that guy, to be honest. We gotta move. I don't really know where the circle is gonna end. I mean, it could end to the left of the castle again. I don't know if I should just go straight to the top or do the bottom boss first. I don't know, hopefully it's something easy. That's easy. of my loot. Well, we have a lot of damage. Well, we have 2 damage negations, so that's good. And while charging attacks. Not that that one's that great. Kind of concerning. I still kind of want to try to beat the boss up here, though. Oh wait, we have shared order. We can fucking destroy him. Well, it's like the thing is, they're weak to holy, but this buff gives you double damage against undead enemies. The shared order buff. Yeah, we have double flask HP restoration as well. Golden Bow and Sacred Order. Not that they stack, but... Woohoo! Be cool if Pursuer could invade us. Yeah. There's a lot of missed opportunities in terms of like Souls crossover in this game. Oh, jeez. Could probably try to rob this guy. Bro, where the hell are you going? Is he like attacking the wrong... What is going on? Yeah, I've seen the double Nightlord spawn once. One time before. I was wondering if I would get hit there. Dude, what is going on with this man? Are you good, brother man? Dude. What is he attacking? Do I have less likely to be targeted? I don't think so. No. I don't know, maybe it's the mod, like somehow bugging it out, or... I feel like it's not the mod though, and it's just a glitch. I don't know if I even should bother getting level 15. I mean, we can get the Wending Grace. That's like the most important thing. And I guess we'll get a boiled crab. Alright. I might just like fight this boss. I don't know if I want to see too much of like the enhanced bosses. I mean, to be fair, not all of the enhanced bosses are in this mod, but yeah, this is like this fight will have like the unused attacks and music from the like enhanced bosses that are going to be released. That legal? I mean, they're in the game files. It's just a mod somebody made. Here's our boy. He's instantly in phase 2. He doesn't have that much health though, but I can't fucking hit him still. Should probably Golden Vow. Come on, bud. Dude, what? Oh, that's... Am I dead? I might already be dead. Maybe I have enough bleed resist, because I'm Raider. Oh my god, I actually do. That's crazy. Wait, he's doing the thing. Holy lag. Oh, that's not good. Does he do... I don't know how to fucking dodge this guy in phase 2. There we go. Questionable hitbox there. Man, I don't even know if we're gonna get to the later part of the fight of this raid. You know... Alright, that's fine. Just give me the... Actually, I'm not even gonna die still. I'm gonna keep my distance. There we go. Is that a double grab? Oh, wait. Did we stagger him? We got some healing from that. Oh, jeez. What's he doing? Oh, dear God. Do I jump? I missed. Another stagger. Ugh. Oh, shit. Oh, he has increased bleed. Luckily, the bleed doesn't... Is he gonna bleed me twice? Oh, Jesus. I'm alive. Oh, come on, man. I was gonna punch right into him. It would have been perfect. It's okay. We still have one more Wending Grace. Be screaming? Oh, we're so close to staggering, man. Oh! Up. Hey, that was pretty cool. The Puku. Strength +3, Arcane +3, Guardian. Not bad. That's not the official enhanced version of the bosses that they announced. Well, so basically there are files left over in the game. Like, they left a bunch of unused files and like soundtracks in the game for the bosses. And basically the mod just like brings them back. So this is probably similar to what the boss will be, but the thing is, like, it's not all the bosses are finished. Apparently, like, 3 of the bosses don't even have anything in the files. So, like, this is, I guess, what modders think the boss will be like, but it's, I don't know, it's very, like, possible. I feel like it's very possible that, you know, the bosses could be slightly different still. I don't know. Royal symbols of the Lords of Everdark, as if drawn by their light, a figure arrived in the round table hold bearing a proposal. Whoever can provide what is requested will receive a thing of great rarity. Interesting. So yeah, I guess there will be some other type of like currency that you could use them for. But yeah, I don't know if I want to like do I thought it would be fun to like try one of the bosses out. I don't know if I want to do all of them or not. I mean, it's cool. But I also do kind of want to like wait for the, you know, wait for the update. But no, I mean, I don't think I can get in. I don't think I'm gonna get in trouble for showing this off, because I mean, at the end of the day, it's, I don't know. It's just like it's in the game files. Like it's part of the, I mean, it's part of the game. I guess it's not necessarily visible, but. Hey, Polywalk, thank you for the 8 months. It just, it kind of bothers me that it's, I don't know. It's kind of like, it's kind of scuffed that you can like kind of already play the update ahead of time in a way. I mean, not completely. Not all of the bosses are done. Blacklisted. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. It was cool. It was cool to see the Maw fight, but shouldn't be in the game files already. Yeah, I mean, I agree. Man, it makes, like, I really wish the enhanced boss, I almost wish that Nightreign just came out later and they just were able to release the enhanced bosses with the release of the game. Cause like, I don't know, I mean, I don't know when they're gonna release the update for this, but you know, I might be busy with other games when the update for this comes out. Not to say that I'm not gonna play it. It's just, it's gonna be annoying if I'm like, you know, about to do Death Stranding 2 speedruns after routing the game for a week, and then all of a sudden this fucking update comes out, and it's like, you know... Spend a week routing Death Stranding 2, and they're like, oh yeah, here you go, here's the update. Great timing. You know what I mean? Hey, Northern Seas, thank you for the 5 months. Well, it's more so I don't like having to choose between two things. It's nice when things are spaced out well, but I mean, obviously that's like hopeful, like that's just being hopeful, I guess. It is what it is. You want to see Covenants in this game? Covenants would be cool. Yo, Dark Neptune, thank you for the membership. I gotta say that Maw fight was pretty cool though. It I don't know, at the end of the day, it's like, it's content that's in a free update anyways, so... It's not like you have to pay for the enhanced Nightlords or anything. No, I think I'm just gonna call it a night here. I wasn't planning on streaming very long tonight. It was fun to try the mod out, but... New mechanics, Spirit Spring Jump is interesting. Yeah, I don't feel like... It didn't... Yeah, I don't know, like maybe if you stay outside in the swarm for too long, then... I'm not really sure how that Spirit Spring mechanic worked, or like was supposed to... I don't really understand how it was supposed to like affect you. Like it felt kind of unfinished, I guess. It was slowly killing you. Yeah, it was doing like barely any damage though. Yo, Billy Brown, thank you for the 10 bucks, man. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, I feel like it was kind of unfinished. But well, I mean, I don't know. He looked cool and he definitely had some new moves. It didn't really seem like the Spirit Spring tornado mechanic did much of anything. But maybe I just like, maybe I was just fast enough. I don't know. Yeah, it was cool to try it out. I'm definitely excited for the update. I don't want to spoil more of it though. We're gonna give a raid to Spicy. He's playing the Liza P DLC. You guys can go say hi to Spicy if you'd like. And again, thank you all for watching, guys. I will be back tomorrow, and I don't know, tomorrow I do kind of want to run Liza P. I'm gonna have to like practice for a few days though, probably. If I actually want to try to run the game. I think it would be fun to run Lysipe again though. I also want to try more of the RE4 rando though. The RE4 rando was fun. So we may end up doing that tomorrow for the most part. We'll see. And then for those who don't know, I'm in a Nightreign tournament. You guys can see. You guys can see right there. I'm in a tournament. I'm on Ludwig's team with Gino. And it's more of a just like a for fun tournament. I don't know what the prizes are, if there's like a prize for the team that wins. But it's more so just for fun. But yeah, we're like sponsored by Alienware, so how do they determine the winner? I believe it's like the fastest, the people to kill the bosses the fastest. All right, anyways, good night, guys. Bye-bye, everybody.